Bring that amazing camouflage collection, you will never find higher quality. I just think that they're amazingly crafted. So that being said, we are going to move on to a beautiful long cardigan that is done in something called a butterfly stitch. So we are going to round out the show with a 263770. It is the first day you're seeing this presented on 5 easy payments. It's customer top rated, and we have Emma Cooney joining us once again, who's been bringing all of our Aran craft pieces here. My dear, this one is very, very different than everything else we have had in the show.
It's amazing. We actually have used so many stitches to create this coat, and the detail that we've generated all the way, as you said, it's a long, almost like a duster coat. It's quite long. So the amount of merino wool that we've used and the scope that we have to incorporate all the beautiful Aran stitches, it's just a wonderful piece.
So here are the colors that we have available, and then we'll come back and talk about the stitches, because there's some different things that have been utilized here than in some of our other pieces in the show. So leaf green, which is classic. Then we have our beautiful blue, very similar to the chambray that you are wearing, except we're just calling this one blue. Then we have soft gray. We have not seen, there was only one other sweater that we had in a gray in the show. Fewer than 100 remain here. That one also, the soft gray, is the only one that's heathered or marled in its design. Then when we come over here, we have the stone, which is a beautiful neutral. 5 dozen here. But then of course we have the ecru, which would be close to that natural shade we've been talking about throughout the show. Grab those 5 easy payments of under $26 a month. Tell us the story of some of the stitches that are being used here.
So the Aran stitches, the inspiration for Aran stitches came from nature and the storytelling of the men and women of the Aran Islands from centuries ago. And we've taken some of that inspiration, and specifically from nature for this one, because we do call it our butterfly stitch cardigan. And what we've done here in the hem and in the cuff, we have almost a lace effect created. But if you look closely, you can see where we have the lace kind of symmetrically knitted here, that it actually looks like a butterfly.
It really does. And it also creates almost a little fluted edge here and on the bottom of the sleeve. They are not perfectly straight.
Yes, almost like a
like
very
a
subtle scalloped edge. Yeah, exactly. Really adds that kind of feminine look to the cardigan. And of course then we have so many other stitches right the way through. For example, here we have what we call actually a fisherman's cable, and the inspiration for this would have been taken from the tools that the fishermen used. And here we've taken a diamond stitch, which symbolises wealth and prosperity, which is lovely. And as you can see, the stitches are integrated onto the patch pocket. And as we go down, the diamond stitch gets larger, where we have given slightly more wool onto the bottom so that it fits nicely around the hips.
And then of course, this is one of those that you can zip all the way up and create almost a turtleneck.
Absolutely. And again, we're not losing the effect of the stitching. It's a double layer collar, and the stitches are on this side if you're wearing it zipped straight up. So you can see all the stitches going straight up, and likewise if you wear it open like a shawl collar, you still have the stitches going along here.
So here's what I love when I turn this around to the back. There's almost the effect that it's belted back here. So this looks very, very different.
Yes, and that it creates the illusion that it's almost cinched at the waist, so it gives that lovely flattering look. And again, we've used another stitch to create the belted look. We've used a basket stitch right around there to give the belted
It's
look.
beautiful. I mean, the way the whole thing fits. Look how you have your pockets on the outside. I love this collar. Look at how beautifully even this comes here to the side. But if I wanted to zip this up, I could do this kind of effect, just sort of like protect myself from the wind.
You wouldn't even need a scarf if it was in the winter, because you can zip that right up.
But I love this too. It has this portrait effect, so much nicer than a turtleneck that would be really, really tight to your neck. That just looks supremely feminine, and a couple of our ladies have done that throughout the show. And it just is cozy. It's beautiful, look at that. When Sam turned around and you saw where the belt was just, or the illusion of the belt is just hitting her back there, so exquisitely crafted. And this is significantly longer than all of the other pieces that we've had in the show. And that's important because that means tens upon thousands more stitches.
Yes, and lots more of the beautiful merino wool. So there's actually a really generous amount of merino wool that's gone into knitting these garments.
I got to tell you, that gray on Andrea looks amazing. She has a beige pant on. She just has a classic white shirt. The gray is exquisite, but there's nothing like putting a little bit of color right around your face in either the blue or the green. So essentially we have two colors, which are the blue and the green, and then three different versions of neutral. We have this exquisite stone color, the gray, which is the one that you just saw on Andrea, or that ecru, which we have also called natural in a couple of our other tops that we've had. This is customer top rated. I really think that you should take a look at some of those reviews that are on QVC.com, because a lot of people have bragged about how glorious they think this particular top is, and also how different, because again, you get the double zipper design. So if you want to take the zipper up on the bottom and make it more like a car coat, you can. But I can't remember the last time I saw one that had this kind of detail on it. So many stitches. The intricacy of that butterfly stitch that's happening just around the base makes this, I think, the most feminine piece we've had.
And as you said, almost creating a slight frill on the bottom of the sleeve and on the coat.
Oh, and by the way, Sam also cuffed hers. She rolled, but at the sleeves too. So she made a little cuff there. She could have unrolled that, but because she's 5'2.5", she's actually right around my height. If you're shorter, you could take that butterfly stitch and turn it back and cuff it, and it looks like it's a part of the garment, like it's meant to be that way.
You're still not losing the effect of the beautiful stitch that we have used.
Absolutely. I'm going to do that actually and show you one side done and one side not done. Think about who you might like to give this for, because this is a lot of yarn, a lot of stitches, a lot of workmanship for $129.94, and that price is only going to be valid till the end of the day. So here it is at its full length. See that stitch that's going across here as well? But if you want to make it, I know I'm short, but if you are taller, you want to make this more of a bracelet length, just cuff that back and it's beautiful. It looks like it was meant to do both. Just absolutely beautifully crafted.
We also have the lovely detail here of the zipper.
The jewelry grade details that you do as well.
Taken from the Trinity symbol that's often seen in our Irish history as well.
That's really a symbol that means, you know, it's a type of eternity symbol as well. How one side just continues to go on into the next and into the next. This is customer top rated. When you take a look at the world of Aran Craft, if you were not here earlier, we did discuss their family of colors that they bring to QVC. The body of colors that you see here is not something that you would find even if you went over to Ireland. If you were lucky, you would see this, and you may not see this exact piece over there. You might see something else, but this is probably what you would see. Not the greens, the blues, even the grays or the stones. They did these colors for us because our buyers really, they have such a wonderful relationship with your brand for so many years. I mean, this is our 29th Rose of Tralee celebration. How many years has Aran Craft been on QVC?
Aran Craft has been here for all 29.
The whole 29 years?
Yes.
I should have had that conversation with Jane Tracy before the show. And this is like owning a piece of history. It's owning the heritage of a country. You know, all of the love, all of the thoughts that they put into every single stitch make this a conversation piece from beginning to end. So if someone was not here earlier, the care for this garment, like we talked about earlier, we are not hanging this in our closet, correct?
No. Today we're hanging them to demonstrate the lovely stitching, but we would recommend that they're folded and stored flat. And for cleaning, they're dry clean only, but it's not something that would be required that often. The great thing about wool is it has a natural oil that it does kind of protect the fibres. So if there was some cleaning, you could spot clean it, or if you just wanted to freshen it out, you could just air it, you know, in the springtime, air it outside.
So I just want to let you know, we did all of our sweaters that we've had with these beautiful stitches in the show, we have not had a single one in these two colors. Hence the reason I think these two colors are outrageously popular right now, because look at the luxury of this stone color. This looks like a handcrafted $800 piece that you picked up at a boutique somewhere, and you get to bring it home for $129.94 or 5 easy payments of under $26 a month. The gray, equally high fashion, exquisite, especially with the highs and lows that you're seeing in the yarns. And this one that reads so incredibly well, and believe it or not, looks better in person than it does on TV. But then we also have your ecru, which would be the equivalent of your natural. This is what most people think of when they think of an Aran craft or an Aran craft sweater. But then we have our two fun colors. We have our leaf green, and then we have the beautiful blue that we see right over here. For anyone who loves their shades of denim, please bring home whatever color you like, but know that this is the conclusion of our Rose of Tralee celebration. So we will not have another huge celebration before the holidays, and you'll have to wait for St. Patrick's Day for a lot more of our beautiful Irish goods. My dear Emma, thank you so very much.
Sharon, thank you so much. I love being here.
Lovely.
Take care.
And stay with us, because there is a brand that is coming up that is our new QVC 2 big deal that I have been transforming my home with. And you have to see the two ladies who have brought it, because if you're looking for bags, things to store things in the house, shopping bags to go to the store,